Good evening, viewers. In our increasingly interconnected world, the concept of surveillance has become an undeniable facet of daily life. From the ubiquitous security cameras that line our streets and monitor our public spaces, to the intricate web of digital data tracking that follows our every click and keystroke online, we are constantly aware, consciously or subconsciously, of being observed. This pervasive presence of monitoring technologies has in many ways reshaped our understanding of privacy, transforming it from an inherent right into a constantly negotiated commodity. We've grown accustomed to this external gaze, accepting it as a necessary trade-off for perceived security or convenience. But what if this understanding of surveillance is merely scratching the surface? What if the true extent of observation delves far deeper than any camera or algorithm could ever reach?
Consider for a moment a realm beyond the physical, beyond the digital. A space so profoundly personal, so intrinsically linked to your very being, that it has always been considered inviolable. We are speaking, of course, of your dreams. That nocturnal landscape where the rules of reality bend, where fears manifest and desires take flight. For centuries, dreams have been viewed as a private sanctuary, a sacred inner theater where the subconscious mind plays out its intricate dramas, unseen and unheard by the waking world. But what if this deeply intimate frontier, this last bastion of true privacy, is no longer secure? What if there exists a form of observation so profound, so insidious, that it penetrates the very fabric of your unconscious mind, happening every single night, without your knowledge or consent?
This isn't a hypothetical thought experiment confined to the pages of science fiction. This is a direct inquiry into the very nature of your being. When you close your eyes and surrender to the embrace of sleep, when your conscious mind recedes and your subconscious takes the helm, what truly transpires within that hidden realm? Is the intricate tapestry of your dreams, woven from memories, fears, and aspirations, truly yours alone? Is the processing of your deepest emotions, the forging of new neural pathways, the silent battles fought within your psyche exclusively for your own internal experience? Or is there an unseen audience, a silent observer, privy to every fleeting image, every whispered thought, every raw emotion that unfolds in the theater of your mind? The question is not just rhetorical, it's a chilling proposition that demands our attention.
To truly grasp the gravity of this potential intrusion, we must first delve into the fascinating yet often unsettling science of dreams. Dreams are far from random neurological noise or mere residual thoughts from our waking hours. They are a complex, highly organized biological and psychological phenomenon, primarily occurring during the rapid eye movement or REM stage of sleep. During REM, your brain's activity remarkably mirrors that of a fully awake state, often exceeding it in certain regions. This is when your brain is most active, consolidating memories, processing complex emotions, and even engaging in problem solving. It's a period of intense neural computation, a silent, internal storm of electrical impulses and chemical reactions that shapes your understanding of the world and yourself.
But here lies the most disturbing revelation. During the dream state, your subconscious mind becomes an utterly exposed stage. While your physical body is temporarily paralyzed, preventing you from acting out your dreams, your mind is in a state of heightened receptivity and output. It's constantly generating and receiving signals, unfiltered by the conscious mind's usual defenses and inhibitions. Imagine a theater where the curtains are perpetually drawn back, the lights are always on,
And every performance, every whispered line, every raw emotion is laid bare for anyone to witness. This is the state of your mind during dreaming. It's a profound vulnerability, a moment of absolute transparency where your deepest fears, desires, and vulnerabilities are not just present, but actively displayed. This exposure, this lack of a protective barrier, is what makes the idea of external observation so chillingly plausible.
From a psychological perspective, dreams are far more than just random neural firings. They are profound reflections of our true selves. Sigmund Freud, the father of psychoanalysis, famously called dreams the royal road to the unconscious, believing they provided unparalleled insight into our repressed desires, unresolved conflicts, and hidden anxieties. Carl Jung, his contemporary, expanded on this, introducing the concept of the collective unconscious and archetypes, suggesting that dreams tap into universal patterns of human experience. In the world of dreams, there are no social masks, no pretenses, no carefully constructed facades we present to the waking world. You are stripped bare, confronting your deepest fears, exploring your most secret desires, and processing your rawest emotions without inhibition. It is the space where you are truly, authentically you, in your most vulnerable and unadulterated state.
And this profound authenticity, this raw vulnerability, is precisely what makes the idea of external observation so utterly terrifying. If someone, or something, possesses the capability to access your dreams, they are not merely observing your thoughts or actions, they are witnessing the very essence of who you are. They see your deepest insecurities, your most profound longings, the secrets you've never dared to whisper to another living soul. It is an invasion of the most intimate kind, a violation that transcends physical boundaries and penetrates the very core of your being. Imagine being watched, analyzed, and understood in your most defenseless state without your consent. This isn't just a breach of privacy, it's a profound assault on your personal sovereignty, a chilling reminder that even your inner world may no longer be your own.
Now, let us shift from the psychological implications to the truly terrifying hypothesis. What if this intensely personal space, this inner world you have always believed to be impenetrable, is not? What if the veil between your conscious reality and your dreaming mind is not as robust as you assume? What if there are entities, perhaps not of this world, or even technologies far beyond our current comprehension, that possess the capability to breach this most sacred of barriers? This isn't about simple mind reading. It's about an active, deliberate intrusion into the very fabric of your unconscious experience. The idea of an external force tearing through the protective layers of your psyche, gaining unauthorized access to your most private moments, is a concept that strikes at the very core of our sense of security and self-possession. It suggests a world where no thought is truly private, no dream is truly your own.
Consider the chilling implications of a technology so advanced, so insidious, that it could not only read the intricate neural signals of your brain during sleep, but actively interpret them with frightening accuracy. Imagine the system capable of decoding your deepest fears, your most hidden desires, your unresolved traumas, all from the electrical impulses firing within your sleeping mind. But the horror doesn't stop there. What if this technology could also broadcast specific signals, carefully modulated frequencies, directly into your unconscious? Signals designed to influence your dreams, to plant insidious ideas, to subtly alter your memories, or even to induce specific nightmares tailored to break your spirit. This isn't mere science fiction. The concept of brain-computer interfaces and neural manipulation is a rapidly advancing field of research. But what if this profound capability were weaponized, used not for healing or enhancement, but for control, for surveillance, for the ultimate form of psychological warfare. The violation we are discussing here transcends the conventional boundaries of privacy. It is not merely a breach of your physical space, like a hidden camera in your home, nor is it simply a digital intrusion, like a hacker accessing your personal data. This is something far more profound, far more insidious. This is an existential violation. It means that the very essence of your being, your innermost thoughts, your most private fears, your deepest desires, are no longer exclusively your own. They are exposed, laid bare for an unseen entity to analyze, to dissect, and perhaps even to exploit. The sanctity of your inner world, once thought to be an unassailable fortress, has been irrevocably compromised. It's a breach that shatters the fundamental assumption of self-possession, leaving you vulnerable at the very core of your existence. This existential violation leads to a terrifying consequence: the fragmentation of the self. When your inner world is no longer your own, when your dreams are no longer a private sanctuary, your very sense of identity begins to unravel. Imagine the psychological toll of knowing that your deepest thoughts and feelings are being observed, analyzed, and potentially manipulated. This constant, unseen scrutiny can lead to a profound sense of alienation from oneself. The protective circle of your individuality, your personal space, is shattered, leaving you exposed and vulnerable. It's a horror that doesn't rely on jump scares or overt violence, but on the slow, insidious erosion of your mental integrity, leaving you questioning who you are, what you believe, and whether any part of you remains truly untouched.
If an entity or technology can manipulate your dreams, the terrifying question then becomes, can they manipulate your reality? The line between the two becomes dangerously blurred. Imagine waking each morning with memories that feel real, yet are subtly altered, or with new ideas that feel like your own, but were subtly implanted. Could they induce specific nightmares so vivid, so traumatic, that they leave lasting psychological scars, influencing your waking behavior and decisions? The very foundation of your free will comes into question. You become a puppet, dancing to the tune of an unseen master. Your thoughts, emotions, and actions no longer truly your own. The horror here is the loss of autonomy, the chilling realization that your life, your choices, might be nothing more than a carefully orchestrated performance for an unknown audience.
This constant, unseen intrusion inevitably sows the seeds of absolute doubt and paranoia. If you know or even suspect that your dreams are being watched, how can you ever truly trust your own mind again? Every strange thought, every fleeting image, every unsettling nightmare becomes a potential sign of external interference. You begin to question the authenticity of your own memories, the validity of your own emotions, and the source of your own ideas. Sleep, once a sanctuary for rest and rejuvenation, transforms into a source of profound anxiety and dread. Every night becomes a terrifying gamble, a descent into a realm where you are exposed, vulnerable, and potentially manipulated. The psychological toll of this constant suspicion is immense, leading to a state of perpetual unease and a profound sense of isolation, even from yourself.
The most chilling aspect of this scenario is the complete eradication of any true sanctuary. Your home, your personal space, even your own bed become extensions of the surveillance network. Sleep, which should be a fundamental human right, a period of unconsciousness, rest, and escape, is transformed into a terrifying vulnerability. The very act of closing your eyes and drifting into slumber becomes an act of surrender, an invitation for unseen observers to delve into the deepest recesses of your mind. There is no escape, no refuge, no moment of true solitude. The idea that even in your most private, unconscious moments you are being watched, analyzed, and potentially influenced is a profound violation that leaves you utterly exposed, with nowhere left to hide.
So, as you prepare to drift off tonight, as your conscious mind begins to recede and your subconscious prepares to take flight into the realm of dreams, remember this. Your eyes may be closed, your body at rest, but is your mind truly secure? Is that inner space, that sacred realm of your deepest thoughts, your most private fears, and your most cherished desires still truly your own? Or has the lock on your mind been irrevocably broken, leaving you exposed to an unseen, insidious gaze? The question lingers, an unsettling echo in the silence of the night. Ponder it, and consider the true cost of privacy in a world where even your dreams are being watched.